morning. My name is Thabo Mhlala from the Teacher newspaper. Today on Teacher's Time, we're here to discuss technology in the classroom. We're here to speak to Ruby Bogart, who's one of those teachers who's done very well in handling this tricky subject. Come, let's go meet her. Ruby, can you just briefly tell us about your background, how you came to teach technology in the classroom?
Okay, basically I'm a specialist teacher. My background, I've got a master's in fine art, and so obviously when we were doing that you crossed both sides of sort of the art and the technology. I'm also the art teacher, so it's really nice on that level we can link the two subjects in really well. So that's basically how I came to be here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Some of the teachers find it very challenging. Yeah. I just want to find out from your own experience as to how you relate it into a classroom situation, because some would say they find it very technical and complicated. How would you tell our teachers out there how to make it more practical?
Okay. The particular project that the girls were working on, or the grade 7 class, I linked into art in that case. So where I used it was basically in art theory, you get art elements and principles like line and color and harmony, balance, and they had to then apply that into a project, taking the photographs, scanning what they needed. So on that instance, that was how I linked it into art. On a level like EMS, for instance, in economic management science, so I think it's like a low level, you could call it, of accountancy almost for primary. In a subject like that, where it was useful is, for instance, in the syllabus, in the curriculum, they do business plans and entrepreneurship. And what they would do then is that they would then set up their whole business plan in a document and print it out and hand it in. English, for instance, they would type up if they've got a letter, business letters and so on. So I think, we started last year with the computers. Okay. So we're finding, I think, our feet with it, but I'm finding that it links in pretty well. And I think if it's the technology teacher and the actual subject teachers get together, then it becomes easier to work through it. Yeah.
You advise to a teacher out there who's still kind of not confident, still trying to find his or her feet in terms of the digital or technical work?
I think, I know from here I'm going to sit with the teachers and just get them more confidence with the the various packages we use. But I think it's just to get on there and experiment with it, because it really is very useful. And I think that, personally what I've started to do is just look at a syllabus and say, okay, where can we bring this in? So for instance, in technology and design processes, they would start doing mind maps where they can put all the boxes and arrows in. So I think it's really to sit with subject teacher and technology teacher and then figure out a way forward. For instance, we teach the grade R's as well, so they're about 4 or 5. And there I will liaise with the class teacher, for instance, and she'll say, look, do you think they can manage this? And we start them with simple shapes and so on.
How did you find it? And what did you do?
Mrs. Bogart told the whole class about it and the other classes from grade 4 to 7, and then we had to do different things. Every class had to do a book on different sort of things, and me and Emily did a book on art elements and principles, and that got us through to the competition.
Oh. So you were working as a team?
Yes.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Emily, and how did you find the competition? Was it exciting or you found it very challenging?
Yeah, well, it took quite a while also because our laptops, we just gotten them. So it took a bit of a while to get used to it. And then when we did get into the competition, we got very excited because when we found out that we're actually going to be at the prize giving, Yeah, then we couldn't stop thinking about it. We were really excited.
Okay. And did you have to put in extra hours, like coming early in the morning and after school, or was it just?
Well, when it started getting to the end of the work time that we had, then we had to do during break and sometimes even early in the morning as well. So yeah.
Oh, okay. And tell me, how did your teacher, Miss Bogart, help you?
She helped us put in a few words to the book, and she helped us find 1 or 2 pictures for the book. And she explained everything about the computer to the whole class and stuff like that.
Okay. And how did you find her inspirational? How did you find her? What role do you think she played in?
I think she wanted one of the pairs to come in first, second, or third
Okay.
in the competition. So she helped all of us as much as she could.
Okay. So in short, how would you describe her, Miss Bogart? What kind of a person would you say she is?
Well,
She's not here, but feel free.
she's wonderful. I mean, when she was our form teacher, then she helped us a lot because when we had fights, sometimes the class, then she would sort it out between us. And then when we worked on the competition, she let us use her camera. She let us do stuff in her classroom. She helped us a lot.
Okay. Gila, anything you want to say about her?
She's an amazing teacher. She's very funny, and we all love her as a friend as well as a teacher.
Can you briefly tell us about what's the school's approach to ICT learning?
The way we approach it is to incorporate it in all the other learning areas. So the teachers have freedom to use information technology and computers to enhance learning. So it's inclusive, not something that's done, outside of the other learning areas.
A standalone kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah. So like in history, we, once a year the children go on a history tour to the battlefields, grade 6s, and then they would make a project of that using the computers, using the laptops.
Okay. Ruby has played is very instrumental in teaching ICT.
Yes.
And recently 2 girls have won some wonderful prizes for the school.
Yes.
What can you say about her? Who's Ruby and what's your view about Ruby?
She's a fantastic teacher. If you ask anyone in the school, all the children, we often check just how they're enjoying the teachers. She is definitely the most liked teacher. I envy her subject, I must say. I wish I could teach art. I think her main success is that she is really child-centered. So she's really interested to make the children experience learning in a fun way. And at the same time, she's got a very high expectation of what they're capable of doing. So if you can get that balance right, I think you have a winning recipe, and I think she meets those 2 criteria brilliantly.
Thanks a lot to Ruby, the staff, the management, and the learners of St. James Preparatory School for this wonderful opportunity to conduct this interview. From me, Thabo Mhlala, I'll see you in the next episode.